Yeah, yeah. What they saying? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine.
Welcome to H.G.R.G, another episode. What's going on? Just Jerry DT. What's up, fellas?
What's good, man? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, man.
Jerry,
Sure.
you outside?
I'm outside. DT. Where our subscribers at, man? They still with us?
Your best friend.
Hey, best friend. How you doing, best friend?
Hey, best friend.
Listen. Any subscribers we get, that's because they following, the one and only. That's all. You guys just tag along. So it's all good. It's
We
all good.
understand. We understand.
There's only one pillar here. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of pillars. Let's talk about the four pillars of real estate. That's what we're gonna go over today, guys. All right. So the four pillars: cash flow, appreciation, leverage, and of course, what everybody loves are the tax benefits that come with it. So we're definitely gonna hit all of those today. The reality is that real estate is a tool that's used in many different ways, right? And we're gonna go over a few of those here. So obviously the cash flow is the first one that I said. You guys hear a lot about that, but just Jerry, if you could kick us off with, when you hear cash flow in real estate, what exactly does that mean to you?
You do nothing for money. No, I'm just joking. So cash flow is when your income generates greater than your expenses. Right, so let's say your expenses is $1,000 and you make from your rentals $2,000. So your cash flow is $1,000 because after you pay all your expenses, you have cash flow coming in that is your profit, $1,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's your cash flow, right? So obviously, what you do when you get an investment property, a mortgage may come with that. Right? You want to put some aside for vacancies. You want to put some aside for any fixes. And once you do that and you calculate everything and you understand what that is, right? You know what the number is, and then whatever's left after that number, that's your cash flow, right? And you just keep repeating. So you do that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, whatever that number looks like, that is your cash flow, 100%. There are people in real estate that love cash flow, right? I think we can all say that we like our cash flow in on this podcast, right? But there's also another play
Percent,
where
brother.
people,
100%, brother.
Yep, appreciate that. And there is one other play though that some people may not be too worried about cash flow. They're more worried about the appreciation. And if DT, if you can explain what that means to people that may not have cash flow out of their properties, but maybe looking at the appreciation, can you break that down for us, DT?
100%. So if you buy a property at 100K and every year that property appreciates in value, meaning that when you bought it day one, tomorrow it now begins to be more valuable than what you bought it at. That's what appreciation is. So depending on your market, your market may be an appreciation market. It may not be, but if that property increases in value after you purchase, that's what appreciation is.
Right. So to piggyback off that, you might have a mortgage that's very high. So once you collect all your rents, you're like, man, I only got $150 left over after everything is calculated, right? So someone that's looking for cash flow, they might go 150 is not enough. I need 350, 400, right? But that same person that gets that 150 may go, yes, but in 10 years, when my property is triple and then I can cash out and I can sell it or I can keep it for retirement. That's kind of what I'm looking for, right? So I got it for 100, now it's worth 300. when it's all said and done for me. When you're cash flow heavy, yours may not appreciate like mine is. So, that's kind of, you got to know what type of investor you want to be,
True story.
right? So, Judge Jerry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what kind of drives appreciation? You guys want to sponsor on that? Like,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
know demand is one. Demand, if the demand is low, it's a seller market. You could work that out. COVID really killed appreciation for owners like ourselves. It's
oh,
just
Hold up,
so what
hold up.
when you say kill, mean
when
like help?
no, kill the market because we are now happy COVID came around and gave us
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
triple our appreciation.
Killed in a good way.
Killed in
Yeah,
a good way. Sorry, killed in a good way.
might have killed it in a bad way for other people, but
Yeah, but
killed it in a good way for
I
people
was
that already had property.
we're happy about that. But so demand, home improvements. If you sometimes the home improvements would spike your appreciation as well.
Yeah, location. I know you guys hear that a
Location,
lot.
location
Desired
as well.
locations where it's sought after by a lot of people, and there may not be a lot of homes available in that neighborhood, right? So that's where appreciation is really going to happen. And you're going to get the pricing you're looking for, and you're going to get the appreciation you're looking for, right? Um, with that.
What
Mhm.
about gentrifiers? When, like, let's say you buy in a French neighborhood and it starts to gentrify a little bit. It starts to get a little the neighborhood starts to
Yeah,
get
gentrification, absolutely. So if you
that
start to
helps it
see a
out.
neighborhood turn, right? If you start to see a neighborhood turn and you can buy right before it turns, then you're gonna see appreciation shoot up so fast it's not even funny. It's gonna feel like COVID all over again for you, right? So the reality is, but you gotta see that maybe some people get lucky. You heard Jay-Z say it, you know, that
Oh,
about
that's good.
Dumbo,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? So he could have cashed out in Dumbo, but he didn't see it at that point, right?
He's supposed to buy a building for 2.1 in Dumbo. You know how much it's worth now? 25. 25 million. Yeah, Dumbo. He called himself dumb. Is
Mm.
because
There you go.
that's a crazy flip.
So the third one I said was what? It was leverage, right? Is that what I said? So leverage, and I'm gonna take this one. How I see it is that DT actually taught me this, which is crazy. We were looking at a whole portfolio,
Wow.
and we're like,
You're gonna tell everybody that?
Doc
yeah, I'm
admitted that. I wanted to shut up, but go ahead.
should I even
Let's
I
go
don't even
ahead.
know why.
Wow. Wow.
This is a hell of a gem.
Yo,
This is
this
a hell
right
of a
here.
gem. This is a hell of a
Look,
gem. So
we're recording this, right? I just want to make sure that we can have this on. Okay.
don't cut this out. Don't cut this out. So we were looking at a portfolio, but we didn't have enough liquid cash,
Mm.
right? But we have properties paid off. And DT goes, why don't you leverage the properties for the deal? And you could do that in a blanket loan. And I said, a commercial blanket loan. I said, what the fuck? What is that? What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. And just Jerry and I were like, we were taking it back a second. Like, what's he mean take the house? You know what I'm saying? Like sell it? And what you're doing, you're not selling the property, but you're leveraging the property. You still have ownership of the property, but you're putting the property up to make a deal, right? So that was the situation, and we had to learn that. And I said, my God, how come nobody? I never heard it. And I'm
Mm.
gonna tell you right now, anyone that watches the podcast knows I'm YouTube University certified, 1,000%. And
Damn.
I never came across one video, now one video of somebody ever saying that. Just Jerry and I, we never spoke about that ever because we ain't know.
Till this day, or was that like ancient?
No, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah,
I still
never
haven't come across a video like that. I mean, do I look as much? Not really, because the only thing you should be watching is H.G.R.G. So the reality is that
Nice.
I'm not out there.
Be nice.
I'm not out there
But
watching all these.
it was at the beginning of our career together.
For
You told
sure.
us that,
For sure. For
and
sure.
and once you hit that, it was like, what? We could do that. It's ultimately and you know what's it's simple enough to say your house is your money.
Mm.
Your house is money. So if you paid it off, you could do things with it. And we have never thought about, hey man, we could get $1 million portfolio.
Portfolio. Yeah.
Just put our properties up just for what somewhat collateral.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
You know,
crazy.
it really boils down to exposure, right? Like certain people are not exposed to certain information. And if we were, it would, catapult us to a different place. So at the time, you guys were in an amazing position, right? That most people probably aren't in. And you have these options available to you, but nobody ever told you that those options even exist. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So when those options were exposed to you, it was like, oh wow. Like this is how we scale. This is how we go from where we are to where we want to be. Mind you, had we not known that, maybe we would have had to bump our heads 4 more times. Eventually you would have figured it out. You would have got
absolutely. Yeah, we would have rubbed the elbows with the right people.
Right.
You would have paid, $10,000 loss here, $4,000 loss there, or maybe you would have got a mortgage at a rate that is ungodly. Maybe you would have had to come up with 25% down on another property in which you never had to come up with because you had enough equity in your last play to substantiate that deal. But it's that play that nobody ever sat down, took the time, and said to you, "Yo, you got so much going on over here. Let me make that make sense for you on how you could catapult you to where you're trying to go." And with the other finances, because let's be clear, Lance and Jerry came super aggressive, and it was like, I'm cash heavy. Let's just push. Let's let's buy.
That was definitely his mindset. I always give the credit to Jerry more than me, for sure. Yeah.
Hindsight being 2020, they could have took that cash and buy, probably twofold of what they did. But entering in, it was like, this is what we're going to do. And it was a learning lesson. And I'm sure you guys, now know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we already know. We already know.
You know what you're doing, but not just do you know what you're doing, but now if you had that same entering point today, you would do it.
We'll be a lot more. This is the reason why H.G.R.G is here for you guys. We would have done a lot more different moves, but because we went through the mud, we now know this is the way you could get it, and this is the smarter way to get it.
Yeah,
and that's what we had to go through to understand.
But
I'll tell you this though,
that's the leverage portion of
it. That leverage is crazy, bro.
Yeah. Only it's crazy, but it's crazier when you understand it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Initially, you think, okay, I got a 750 credit score. I got 50,000. My partner has a 750 credit score. He got 50,000. So collectively, we can do this deal. But if you only knew with that same credit score, with that same cash, you could have leveraged it in a different way.
Reach.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I'm, trying to get across. But
yeah, but it's like spending your money twice, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're a person you don't like mortgages at first, right? You come in like, I don't want no mortgage, right? And you're like, bang, let me pay for cash, right? You don't understand, the first thing the advice I would have gave you was, take the equity out the home, do a HELOC, do this, you know what I'm saying? You can take that same home and just put it into the deal. You don't have to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? Just put it into the deal. You're using your money twice, but really once. But twice.
And leverage is all across the board though. Let's be realistic.
And then whatever you get, if you build equity in that, You could use that equity. I mean,
It goes deeper. We talk about leverage, but we only talking about the properties. We want you to leverage your credit. We want you to leverage we want you to leverage your expand as much as you can with the liquid capital you have. Is using your money with leverage. Everything is leverage in the game of what we talk about.
yeah. You still don't know about real estate? You don't know whether to jump in. You don't know if you ain't got the right mindset. You don't know if it's the right time. H.G.R.G got you. We just dropped the ebook. Go check it out. It's in the description below.
That word leverage is a lot more than just properties. Mm-hmm. So well, you could do leverage relationships, your credit score. It's a lot that goes with leverage. So when we say leverage, we're not only talking about properties. That goes hard. That goes hard, bro.
Absolutely. And then lastly, guys, listen, we're not gonna hold you for long, but we're gonna give you the information direct, right? Is the tax benefits. What was the big thing? I know we're in presidential, times right now, right? With election coming up. Sure. But when Trump ran his first time against Hillary Clinton, she was talking. Everyone was asking, "Let's see your taxes," right? And she said, "Oh, you take advantage of all the loopholes."
But I hope it's like an endorsement for somebody.
It's not an endorsement for anyone. It's an endorsement for real estate.
I just want to make sure we understand.
It's just an endorsement for real estate.
I turn my hat around if that's
H.G.R.G is not endorsing anybody at the moment. Cool. So
if not,
so he goes, I barely paid anything. I didn't use, I use the same loopholes that your friends use. Right. And that's the thing. There's a lot of tax benefits when it comes to real estate, a whole bunch, and that's why every person that that's wealthy or rich owns real estate. Period. You saw the movie with McDonald's. McDonald's is not in the fast food game. They're in the real estate game. Period. The tax benefits are just ridiculous here. And if you want to expound on that, folks, you can. But I'd tell you right now, if you don't get anything out of real estate, get this out of real estate: the tax benefits. Period.
No, you're on point, bro. Tax benefits is amazing. You could damn near not pay taxes because of real estate, bro. It's amazing. It's amazing.
How important is it, DT, to have the right CPA that understands real estate? I mean, or do you want to just try to, go into Walmart, and give somebody your taxes and have them try to figure it out on Tax Turbo, whatever the hell they use?
Good analogy. That would be like, going to Tax Turbo and saying, "Hey, this is my W-2s. This is my real estate portfolio." You walk into TurboTax and they provide you, the whole thing in 30 minutes. Done. Whatever it is. Literally, it's just like plugging and playing numbers and words, and that's what it is.
TurboTax, we could do our own taxes with TurboTax. I am not a CPA, bro. I don't know what the hell's going on. You want me to put numbers in? This is what you asked me for. I did it. But the benefits, you need a right CPA, bro. Fuck out of here.
Correct. So now that TurboTax person went to a class for 2 weeks and just figured out how to operate a phone in 2 weeks. So now you tell me the information, they implement that in the phone, and then they press enter. And then that's your tax return.
Yes, sir.
A CPA is like a doctor, and you have a problem, and they're going to diagnose you for that problem. Now, mind you,
specialist, yeah.
School for 8, 10, 12 years, did a residency, their experience. When I say doctor, I mean primary. They did a residency. They understand medical. They understand medicine and being a doctor in general. They're a general practitioner, if you will. And then they tell you, okay, from here, you go there. It's a different experience. You know what I'm saying? So You like,
Like the
it would be like if you want an oil change for your car and you go to the tire shop. I know you work on cars, but do you do oil changes? And they say, no, I just change tires. And then they say, you know what? But if you need an oil change, I could probably do it. Like I got a guy, who has an oil bin. He probably, like $80 or something like that. Like that would be how you go into TurboTax is compared to you going to like a Jiffy Lube or a dealership that says, okay, I service that particular car. I have that particular oil, full synthetic, synthetic, non-synthetic, that particular car. And then also I'm going to make sure your fluids are top, no diddy. All that. Like there's a difference. You don't want to do the backyard mechanics. That's not the avenue. That's not
where it's
right,
at, bro.
right.
That's not where it's
And
at.
with the CPA, and not to just stay stuck on CPA, but obviously it comes with tax deductions, right? That's the person doing your tax deductions,
Mhm.
or your taxes period that will give you those deductions rather. But it's different when a CPA is like, hey, listen, you got to spend more money. You got to do this, you got to do that, or you're just gonna end up giving it to Uncle Sam anyway. So do this, do that. It's a whole different relationship
Yeah.
with a CPA,
Yeah.
and tax deductions.
Depending
So
on
I mean,
the real estate, in your not just real estate, but in life. For example, fourth quarter this year, CPA says, hey, you're at a place where, you should probably buy all new computers. Say less. You should probably do a remodel at a property or a building or something because there's some
right,
there that
right,
if you spend 10, you're going to get a full 10 credit. Like it's important. It's super like I
yeah,
relate it to my doctor. If my doctor tells me I have a problem, I pay attention. That's my CPA. If I
yeah,
go to local pharmacy to buy a medicine for my son and daughter, and they say, "Oh, you look like you have allergies,"
Yep. That's a
yeah,
fact.
absolutely, absolutely. Listen, so once again, that's just the four pillars of real estate in our opinion, right? So it's cash flow for sure, appreciation, leverage, and of course the tax benefits that come with it. You know, um, I
what,
think that's something that you guys should really study up on and learn more about for sure.
what do you think is the most important of
Is
them?
most important. I would say, God, I gotta pick
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Lance,
It's two of them.
you
It's
don't
two
want
of them.
to. Don't let me catch you off guard.
I gotta pick one. That's
Yes,
crazy.
one.
So please,
Leverage. I would say leverage. The one I had to do, I would say leverage.
Jerry.
If it's, you want me to
pick
tell you
me,
why or no?
No,
pick
not
me,
yet. Not yet. Not yet. I
pick
don't want
me,
Okay.
to carry you an advantage. Jerry,
pick me, pick
Okay,
me.
got it.
No, leverage is beautiful.
regardless of what Lance said, right? What's your answer?
I would like to say I want to be different from Lance, but Lance got the right answer, bro. I don't even want to. I never want to agree with him, bro. I never want to agree with him, bro.
Yeah, some people say I'm a genius. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh,
go ahead,
yeah.
DT.
Well, that was a genie answer today.
So if
Yes,
you had to
leverage
pick
though,
one,
leverage
it's
though. So
leverage. So
DT, what you
DT,
got?
if you had to pick one, what would yours be?
Always leverage. Always leverage.
Yes,
Because,
that's fact.
that would be like me asking you if, matter of fact, let me ask you, Jerry, I'm going to ask you, and I don't care what you say, Lance, I'm going to ask you the same question. I want you to
Okay, copy. Go ahead.
loyalty or respect?
Loyalty.
Lance,
Loyalty. I'll say loyalty as well.
okay, cool. So I say leverage. Now, we say leverage. we say leverage.
Where's your answer? Wait a minute,
I know,
bro.
I got you. I'm gonna come back to that. Now, listen, at the
He
end of the day,
said,
Go
"All
ahead.
right, cool, no doubt."
listen, leverage, because with leverage, you can you could dictate the levels of your appreciation. You could dictate the
Think
leverage
the cash flow,
of your
Absolutely.
cash flow.
the
You
tax
Absolutely.
deductions. It all wrapped up in leverage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we know that because we know that, right? Now, going back to loyalty or respect, I say both. My answer is both. I want loyalty.
I would stop talking to you right now. You're not giving me both. It's one answer, bro. What are we?
Yo, DT just like starting shit up this time of night. That's what he like to do.
You know what?
No way.
I'm gonna say loyalty. I'm gonna say
thank you.
Loyalty and leverage.
Oh,
there you go. Shake hands.
And mind you, there's a flip side of the coin, but nevertheless, mind you, what I say is that the leverage substantiates the reason why we say what we say, right?
Absolutely.
Dictate certain things, right? Now, if you couldn't, then I'm sure our answer would be different.
Yeah, it's definitely leverage.
Yeah,
So
1000%.
We have our opinion. We want to hear your opinion. Make sure you guys put it down, in the comments.
Maybe we ask the crowd, right? What's your answer?
Absolutely. What is your answer? Is it cash flow? Is it appreciation? Is it leverage? Is it tax deductions? Which of the four pillars would you say?
Is it loyalty or respect?
That's a different conversation.
We want to know. No, you started the conversation, and then try to switch it on us. We're not talking.
Hit us with the both.
Yeah, both.
Listen, guys. Make sure you guys first and foremost. You guys got anything else you want to say before we end it here?
Nah, it's just we hit important pillars, and in real estate, those are very big movements in your success. So understand is leverage in everything you do. There's appreciation for the long run. Cash flow is what you're getting right now, and then this tax benefits helps you across the board for the rest of your life. So understand that all that plays into in real estate, and you need that to move forward to be successful.
GT.
If you're not in, get in. Period.
Short and simple.
My fault. I talked too long. My fault.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, make sure you share, comment below. Make sure you guys go to H.G.R.G _club on all social medias. If you want to speak to us, go to HGRG.club, get your free consultation, speak to us. Once again, from our mouths to your ears. We'll see you on the next one.
Good one, y'all.
What they saying? I'm so divine, imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime.